Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day. It is Friday and the weekend is upon us, and I am here to make my last video before I do sign off and relax on the weekend. I got some really awesome information I want to share with you guys, and that comes from valued XRP community member Leonidas, and he provides a really awesome picture. And he says, this is the top 75 banks in the world by total assets and Ripple. Bear in mind that there are NDAs in place. This is according to official announcements and Ripple's website. Your feedback is more than welcome. Now, I did count, and this is 32 out of the top 75 banks in the world using Ripple. So that's 42% of the top banks in the world actually leveraging or testing RippleNet at one point in time. I mean, that is quite fascinating to know as an XRP investor that 42%, over 40% of the top 75 banks in the world are actually either testing or on board with RippleNet. And now you also got to keep in mind there are NDAs in place of certain companies who are going to, leverage RippleNet and test RippleNet, but, are going to be quiet about it because, when you are one of these bigger institutions and you have bigger management, a lot of decisions have to be made, and it's usually a slower process before, they end up actually being, having a press release and being public about the fact that they are actually leveraging, new blockchain technology for their institution. Like, for example, I think actually Leonidas did get one, he missed one right here. ING Group, they are confirmed, actually to be using Ripple's X current as of last year, 2018. So guys, 42% of the top 75 banks in the world either testing or using Ripple. I mean, as an XRP investor, that is very good to know. And also considering the fact that, 10 financial institutions are confirmed actively using XRP, and the daily volume is actually ramping up alongside that because of, ongoing deployment and, opening up more corridors. I mean, imagine the 42% of the top 75 banks in the world. I imagine that when they have tested RippleNet, there's no way they just tested XCurrent. Maybe they didn't, make a whole press release about how they made a big deal about, testing XRP. I don't think they're going to make a huge deal over that. But I imagine that, 42% of these institutions here have most likely at least dabbled in the idea of using digital assets for cross-border payments, because keep in mind that Bob Way said all of a sudden when XRP exploded to, got into the dollar range and grew, thousands of percent in weeks, all of a sudden these banks were interested to use XRP. So I imagine a lot of these banks, even though it's confirmed testing XCurrent, I imagine since XCurrent 4.0 is fully integratable with XRapid, I imagine that some of these banks have actually tested XRP but are not being vocal about it. So guys, really good to know. More confirmation as an XRP investor that, guys, 42% of the top 75 banks in the world in existence have actually tested or joined RippleNet. I mean, that is quite amazing to know that some of these gigantic institutions are embedded with Ripple and possibly actually testing XRP. Because, guys, it's not going to be 10 financial institutions for longer, for too much longer. I imagine, more and more institutions, even David Schwartz confirmed today that there's more and more current customer interest in actually using new features like XRapid. So, thank you guys for tuning in the channel today. Really do appreciate it. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe. You guys know what to do. I'll see you guys in the next one.